Hello dear students, this is the first video of your lesson 1 from your supplementary reader Footprints Without Feet, A Triumph of Surgery. This story has been written by James Herriot. He himself was a veterinary doctor and he wrote a lot of stories which were compiled into various books on animals, which have been very famous throughout the world. People read it, a lot, and because they are very interesting. And here also in this particular story, he talks about his experience with a dog of a very rich lady, and we will read together in the story and find out what experience did he have with Mrs. Pumphrey. But before that, I would like to discuss with all of you the theme of this particular lesson. What exactly do we get to learn from it? We get to learn from it, one, that excess of everything is bad. We need to do everything, whatever we are doing, in control, within a limit. Beyond that, anything that we do is going to harm us. Whether it is love, excessive love is bad, excessive pampering is bad, excessive anger is bad, limited anger is okay. And if I tell you excessive, maybe being hooked on excessively to your gadgets is bad. Going on a shopping spree, fine, limitlessly without any limit on you is of course bad. So for everything we need to set a limit for ourselves. This is one of the very important themes of this particular lesson, and one more very important theme which is usually not highlighted. If you refer to your resource books or here and there, people usually don't highlight this theme, but I feel it is also a very important theme of this story. That is animals. These pet animals can survive better in their natural surroundings. So a dog is supposed to be staying in an open area, fine, maybe in a forest, or maybe in a garden, or maybe in the lanes of society. The natural surroundings for a dog are open areas and not closed houses where we keep them as pets. So they survive better. They feel comfortable when they are exposed to their natural surroundings. Not only this story is about a dog, definitely, but all animals grow better, survive better when they live in their own natural surroundings. Okay. So now let's read the story together, and before that I want you all to take one small 1-second test. I just now use the term veterinary. Fine, you all are going to write the spellings and then you are going to check yourself on your own by looking up the spellings of veterinary. We all call it very easily vet. किसी को pronounce नहीं करना veterinary because they will pronounce it incorrectly or they will spell it incorrectly. So we have taken out an easy way. You will check the spellings, no cheating, okay? And then you are going to tell me that did you get the spellings correctly in the comments section, okay? Did you get the spellings of the word veterinary correctly? Did you pronounce it? Did you know the pronunciation of the word correctly or no before I actually told you? Fine, you will find out the spellings and pronunciation and tell me whether you were right or wrong. Okay, let's read the story together. I was really worried about Tricky this time. I refers to the author, the narrator. He is of course James Herriot. I had pulled up my car when I saw him in the street with his mistress, and I was shocked at his appearance, the way the dog looked. He had become hugely fat. like a bloated sausage with a leg at each corner, completely overweight and disfigured. His eyes bloodshot and rheumy. Rheumy means that they were very reddish and probably watery. Fine. Just as your eyes become red when you sneeze a lot or when you have a lot of cough and cold, so your eyes become red and watery. So his eyes, the dog's eyes, were also like that. Stared straight ahead, and his tongue lolled from his jaw. The tongue was protruding out of its mouth. Mrs. Pumphrey hastened to explain. He was so listless, he was so lethargic, he was so without energy, energyless, he did not have any enthusiasm. Mr. Harriet, he seemed to have no energy. Same thing, listless means the same thing. I thought he must be suffering from malnutrition. So I have been giving him some little extras between meals to build him up. Some malt and cod liver oil and a bowl of Horlicks at night to make him sleep. Nothing much really apart from the food that she has been giving him. Fine, she was giving all these things to her dog. And did you cut down on the sweet things as I told you? So the doctor is asking the lady that had she stopped giving the dog sweets. Oh, I did for a bit, but he seemed to be so weak I had to relent. He does love cream cakes and chocolates, so I can't bear to refuse them. So initially for some time I did stop giving him sweets, but then I could not stop them altogether because the dog loves sweets so much that I just couldn't control myself and restrict giving him sweets.